Hey guys, I am getting ready to change up my first aid kit. I figured I'd do a video on it quick. So I recently did the video on the River Country Products first aid kit and all of the contents in it. Now this laid out right here is what I typically tend to carry in my own first aid kit before I got this little pack. So I'm going to go over all this stuff real quick with you and just let you know what I like to carry in my first aid kit. So this is Leukotape, and I use it for all kinds of different reasons. I mean, it's excellent to have. I actually carry the whole roll because it's so useful. I can tape up my feet. If I have blisters, I can put that over my blisters and everything. Great product, and it's waterproof. Once it goes on, it does not like to come off. You have to pretty much dig it off. These right here are just some caffeine pills. I know, not supposed to take caffeine pills, but for me, if I get too many days without soda, I start to get a headache. I just carry them in case it gets unbearable. This here is Imodium, and I need to get some more of that because that's definitely something that you don't want to run out of on trail. This is a tube of triple antibiotic ointment, and it's just a little tube. It looks bigger than it is. This little biofreeze, I've never used it, but my friend Michelle from Iron Braid Adventures, she gave it to me, and I kind of keep it for sentimental reasons. Maybe one of these days I'll need it. These little Tylenol packets, they're individual packets of Tylenol. Now I carry a bottle of Tylenol, like a little tiny bottle of Tylenol in my hip belt pocket, because for aches and pains I'm not physically able to take Motrin, and sadly Tylenol is all that I can take, so I keep it handy. But I threw these in here just in case I ever run out of them. I have a tiny chapstick in here as well, because these are so little that if I ever run out, I have one here. I keep one of those in my hip belt pocket too. I'm constantly using chapstick. It's just who I am. I have a little pile of 70% alcohol prep pads. That's for cleaning out any cuts or bruises, anything that needs cleaned really good. And then I have a wide variety of little Band-Aids here that I use. I know, Band-Aids not so good on trail, but I'm a girl, I like them. These two here are a different kind of Band-Aid. I got tuned into these by Michelle, Iron Braid Adventures, again. And I wrote on them just like she does, because that helps to know which ones are which. So these are for your toes and these are for your heels, and these are blister treatment Band-Aids. When you put them on, they have some kind of medication inside them. They make your blisters feel good. And you can get them at like Walmart, any drugstore. They're right in the Band-Aid section. And Leukotape put over top of them to hold them on, because they do have that medication in them that makes them damp, so it's gonna come off if you're hiking and you got damp already. It'll wipe it off. So I put Leukotape on over top of them. These are Fingertip Band-Aids. These are knuckle Band-Aids, because I like to have a Band-Aid that fits me, not one that I have to keep grabbing and readjusting. And then these are just the standard Band-Aids, because sometimes I'll booger up my heel or my leg and I just need a regular Band-Aid. So yeah, lots of Band-Aids for me, but I'm a Band-Aid girl, so I like to keep them with me. This is everything that's in my first aid kit that I take normally hiking with me, save for a little bit of Imodium that's missing. Now that I have broken the code of silence on first aid kits and hiking backpacks, I know somebody's going to say, IceBear, what the heck do you need all that stuff for? I know, we don't need it. It's just something that I like to carry, and y'all know that I don't have a problem with carrying extra weight. If it makes me feel comfortable to have it, so be it. Did I also mention that I am first aid and CPR certified? So that could be one of the reasons why I have all that junk. So inside this one, we've got the gauze, the medical tape, triangular bandage, the little scissors, 2 little, what are they called? Safety pins. We've got alcohol pads, some Band-Aids that are smaller than mine, but that's okay, and some wound pads. Do we necessarily need all this stuff? No, I personally don't. I would have no use for this. I probably would have no use for this. This I would just consider something extra because I always have a knife on me. I usually have 2 on me. This could come in useful, and possibly this. These are definitely useful, and these are definitely useful to me anyway. But I'm going to take this pile and finagle around and put my personal stuff in here. I have decided that I do not need these 3 items at all in my first aid kit. These are the items that I am considering for my first aid kit. Do I really need this? Probably not. Do I really need these? No, I do carry some bigger ones to use as a clothesline. So do I necessarily need them? No, but they're little and I figure I'll just toss them in there. These are kind of heavy, I think. I don't know. I have the other ones, so I'm just going to keep those at home. So these things, I've agreed to put these in. They weigh really nothing at all. And it's always good to have alcohol pads, so maybe I'll rotate some out of mine. So those are all going in. There's only 2 of these. And I thought, you know, I'm going to end up finding a use for this somewhere along the line, so I might as well put it in there. I'm going to just drop, whoops, sorry. I'm going to drop those in there. Alright. My Leuko tape, I will not give up. That's going with. One thing I noticed that they did not have in here is the bacitracin, aka Neosporin, aka triple antibiotic ointment. They did not have any of that or any Imodium in this first aid kit. I consider Imodium to be a necessity in first aid kits and in any first aid kits. Not just me because I have Crohn's disease, but in every backpacker's first aid kit, there should be Imodium and pain pills. But in goes my Band-Aids. And I'm pretty sure I don't need that many Band-Aids, but I want them. Throw in that triple antibiotic ointment. Biofreeze will be nice to have. Let's toss some of these alcohol pads. Another good use for these alcohol pads, by the way, they can help you start a fire if you need to. Put the rest of them in there. Extra Tylenols in case I run out. Do I need this many caffeine pills? No, I do not. So I'm just going to take this little pack of 4 and leave these 4 over here. All the Imodium I have is going in there for sure, and I need to get some more of that. Now my first aid kit is quite full. Everything in there except for the Leuko tape, and I can probably squeeze that in somehow. I know I could leave some Band-Aids behind, but I'd rather not, just because I'm weird like that. I think I have it in my mind that I'm going to find an injured hiker somewhere along the line, and I'm going to be able to perform first aid on them. I don't know. I need to stop worrying about other people and worry about myself, right? Okay, let me try this with both hands. There we go. Now I was able to get it all in there. As long as I have 2 hands. Probably can't zip it with one hand either, but everything's in there. And oh my goodness. See, I can't hold it still. Hold on a second. There we go. That's better. Everything's nice and neat in there now. I put the Band-Aids in a snack size Ziploc bag just in case I would happen to get wet. I think this is water resistant, but I'm not sure. It kind of feels like it is, but the zipper's probably not. So just to be safe, I went ahead and put them in a snack size Ziploc bag. And that also helps keep everything in there. So there's my first aid kit, and hope y'all have a great day. We'll see you on the trail.